Head right this way. Put down what you're reading. In fact, drop everything. Because we're about to take off. Any which way that we can. So get ready to sink your teeth into some of life's funniest moments. So stop skating through life because we've got a team that really uses its head. A skier makes a big splash in her sport. Heavens to Murgatroyd, a kid exits stage right. You won't believe your eyes. And you won't believe her thighs on this rendition of life's funniest moments. It's not enough just to look like you're having fun. You actually need to have fun while doing it. The upside to having such a small room is that it takes no time to do inventory. Oh, let's see. Entertainment system, crib, sofa, little red horsey, scale. I'm forgetting something. I am forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, yeah, the floor. If you like Donkey Kong, you're gonna love this donkey song. It's gonna make everyone yell, yay! Well, there is one, nay. Raleigh used to fly around the house, but lately she's gotten lazy. She still gets around the house, but now she thinks it's fun to hitch a ride instead. Come on. This doggie's going to go up and down his slide.
Oh, I got him, I got him.
Mostly down. He needs a little work on the up part. As long as Mommy is taller than you and stronger than you, you're the perfect height to ride the Mommy ride. Although it's not required, we do recommend the wearing of a helmet. Fluffy isn't an ordinary bunny. He's also an art critic. And Fluffy has a very refined taste in art. And someday, this little Picasso will learn that Fluffy only likes one kind of portrait: rabbits. They say that music soothes the savage beast, but Molly's no beast. And she's not soothed, she grooves. Round and round and round, and round and round and round she goes. And where she stops, nobody knows. Oh, well, we know now. She stops on the floor. Here's some acoustic clips in life's funniest moments unplugged. This girl loves show business. And she's gonna be a natural. Oh, not a singer, a stunt woman. Some dancers were born to lead. Others were born to follow. Oreo the Spaniel is a born follower. Forget putting together a band. Janice here is strictly a solo artist. Her talents need to be front and center to shine, and having other people on stage would only get in the way of her star power. So go on, Janice. The spotlight is all yours.
I got these off, huh? Guys, let's say.
Hey, Ma, says here they're recalling some of them faulty rocker chairs.
Hey!
Uh-oh, now what? Pull the wheels, Jeremy. Pull the wheels. Pull the red part.
Look at poor little Jeremy, who can't manage to get unstuck. But if that kid is crying now, wait till he tries to cut the grass with that thing. Santa always has a soft landing when he hits the bottom of the chimney. Too bad the same thing can't be said about children coming off his lap. Guess who isn't getting any cookies this year? The human athlete is a well-oiled machine. And when that machine is a little too well-oiled, we get some of life's funniest moments. In Europe, they call soccer football. But in American football, you can use your head just the same. With the added benefit of using your hands as well. Oh, let's see that again. It may not be pretty, but it got the points on the board.
It was just kind of bright up there because of the sun.
This dog's a regular basketball all-star.
Yeehaw, you're going to be a Harlem Globetrotter.
He never can get it to bounce.
While he's good at dribbling that ball, it turns out he's really great at just dribbling. Feast your eyes on Marty, the greatest tetherball-playing moose under the sun. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that incorrectly. Feast your eyes on Marty, the only tetherball-playing moose under the sun. Let's check back in with the Silverbacks versus the Dribblers. A stunning comeback by the Dribblers just cut the lead to 5. Long had the pass. Heading out of bounds. Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. The Dribblers have done it. They have cut the lead to 2. We're not some kind of animal whisperers, but we'd say those are some dogs that need a walk. Disco Danny can't wait for roller disco to become popular again. Luckily for Disco Danny, he'll have plenty of time to get better at it. It'll be a while before roller disco rebounds. Now, why don't you roll or boogie on over to the first aid kit? Coming up, a pair attempts to parachute. And Christmas might be a little late this year. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. What is totally awesome and not found inside? Well, I'll tell you, it's the great outdoors. Love skiing but hate the fact that Mom makes you take a bath afterwards? Well, come on down to Uncle Bob's Slope and Soap. The only ski resort in the tri-state area where bathing is included. From the bunny slope to the diamond runs, all of Uncle Bob's slopes end up in the soapy water at the bottom. Uncle Bob's Slopin' Soap. Skier tested, mother approved. The only ski resort where you'll ski yourself clean, we guarantee it. Just don't forget to rinse behind the ears. Uncle Bob's Slopin' Soap. People find watching fountains to be relaxing. Dogs find it relaxing to try and eat fountains. This flamingo likes to relax by doing impersonations. Here's his impression of an ostrich. Here.
No here.
Here.
No here.
No, here.
I'm sure it was here.
I'm sure it was here. This trick never pays off for Crackers. Sure, she gets a treat at the end, but the mail she retrieves is never for her. Swinging around on a frisbee by your teeth is like a carnival ride for dogs. I think humans should try the same thing. How exciting would it be to hang by your teeth from a Ferris wheel? There are times when being overly cautious is the absolute right thing to do, like skydiving, for instance. It's best to work out all these kinks on the ground before getting onto the plane. You don't want to find out that you're no good at something 7,000 feet up. Wow, I guess when you are good, you don't need to wait for the plane. These guys couldn't wait to see the big rock. And ended up catching a big wave. Now they need to find a big towel. You can tell it's winter when people say 'tis the season. No one ever says 'tis summer or spring. Christmas isn't over until the tree is put away. Or falls on Mom's head. Junior was waiting for the perfect moment to have Mom unwrap the present he and Dad bought her. He hoped she would like it. It's time. When you get someone a vacuum for Christmas, timing is everything. The lack of costume budget certainly hurt the play, but not nearly as much as the non-existent prop budget. The bake sale didn't bring in as much profit as they had hoped. Next year, they really should charge more than a nickel for a cupcake. For Santa's sake, at least. Coming up, the Jericho sisters come tumbling down. And the first rule of sledding, eyes forward. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. If you have to scrape off the board and defrost the pieces, you're definitely playing a winter game. Always a crowd favorite. It's hard to get tickets to the Akron Skate Palace production of Hiawatha on Ice. It follows Longfellow's poem exactly, except for the artistic license of assuming that Lake Gitchigumi was frozen, so the young brave and his squaw could skate on it. Other than that, it was a very faithful rendition. Look at that, by the shores of Gitchigumi, by the shining big sea water. Oh my goodness, you'll have to excuse me, I'm getting a little misty. Does the domino principle apply even in subarctic temperatures? I don't know, let's find out. Yep, even in subarctic temperature, the domino principle stands up. Or rather, falls down. This is a brand new winter sport. It's part sledding, part skating, so it's slating, or skidding. Well, no matter what the name is, there's one word this woman would say: fun. Does your dog lose his tennis ball in the snow? Then buy him Balloon from the makers of rubber gloves and tire. Balloon. Ask for it by name. Keep an eye on that wheel. There's a little stowaway in there. Here he comes. There he is. You know, if he really wanted to hide, he could have just stayed out in the snow. What does Mom do while you're in school all day? This. It's feeding time for Buster, and he's getting a little impatient. Winter's on its way, and it's a little difficult to fly south on an empty stomach. The only two words that are as good as let's eat, let's play. These dogs are playing two different games. The dog on his feet is playing Who's Got the Rag. The dog lying down is playing Leave Me Alone. A word to the wise: before you buy a car that's remote control, make sure it won't make your dog go out of control. Ever since she was a little pup, Daisy has dreamed of joining the circus. She wanted to be an acrobat. Looks like she's gonna have to settle for being the bearded lady. Coming up, a groom who forgot his dental floss. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. Marguerite didn't mind letting her new husband remove her garter with his teeth, even though she was considered to be the most ticklish girl in all of Ranson County. She'd be fine as long as he didn't get anywhere near her super ticklish spot, because if he does, it'll be all over. Hey, she tried. See you next time.